The Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, JKUAT, is a university of global excellence premised on quality training, research, innovation, and entrepreneurship for development. Her mission is to produce innovative, responsive, and relevant solutions for socio-economic transformation.
My name is Professor Victoria Wambui Ngomi. I am the Vice Chancellor of Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. It gives me great pleasure to invite all of you to the 7th AGRITEC Virtual Exhibition Conference, which will be held here in Jomo Kenyatta University. As you know, Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology is in the forefront of doing scientific research and innovation. And as a result of this very important task that we do, we also involve ourselves in extension, where we take our discoveries, our innovations, and our ideas out to the people. As a result of this, if I may give a few examples, we have reached out to Makueni County, where we have had a very interesting project to do with mango value chain. And this has benefited the people there, including the women group, the youth, and the disabled. In addition to that, in Kiambu County, we also have a very big project on banana, again, production of bananas and processing of bananas with the county office, especially the women rep. And this is quite a success. In addition to that, we have many other projects that we are doing which benefit the local people, like in Mombasa with the coconut. We hold the coconut research chair, and we are doing quite a lot of work looking at the value chain of the coconut in Mombasa, just to name a few, amongst many others. We do have a lot of other projects that we are doing, maybe also at another level in the area of IT, ICT, with Baringo, with Bomet, and Kakamega, Vihiga, and many other parts of Kenya, where JKUAT is extending their innovations and their research and their ideas. But I wish to welcome you all to the exhibition, where you will be able to see some of the things that we will showcase. Karibuni sana, and I hope you will enjoy yourselves. Thank you.
Since its inception, JKUAT has been at the forefront in fostering a culture of research and innovation among faculty and students. The university is, for example, home to the Manufacturing Research Chair on Coconut Value Addition, the Cassava Virology Lab, the EU-funded Food Fortification Lab, and the Innovation Prototyping Center, among others. In keeping with the theme of the 7th AGRITEC Africa Virtual Exhibition, JKUAT, through the Directorate of Extension Services, researchers and exhibitors, are showcasing a number of cutting-edge novelties geared towards agricultural productivity, food security, and nutrition.
Hello everybody, my name is Professor Mary Abukutsa Onyango. I am a professor of horticulture and Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of research, production and extension at the Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology in Kenya. As a university, we pride ourselves in various things, key to which is we are a leading university in teaching, research, innovation, and entrepreneurship. And we believe that what we will show in this virtual platform will go a long way to contribute to the development of Kenya and Africa and even the world. As a university, we understand that Kenya has a vision 2030 And out of that, they have carved out 4 major agenda, one of which is agriculture and food security. And this exhibition is actually focusing to contribute to agriculture and food security for Kenya and for the world. And we are sharing actually a number of innovations that have come out of the university so that they can be used to make the world a better place to live in. And we believe that as it is articulated in Vision 2030, the youth innovation, science and technology will play a key role to ensure that we have enough food and nobody goes hungry in Kenya and in the world. I therefore would like to urge all the stakeholders, including the government and private sector, to be able to create an enabling environment for all of us, especially the youth, to focus in developing technologies in agriculture and food security, because many of our youth think that agriculture is for the old and the poor. But with the technologies, we know that they have a big part to play, especially in Africa, because Africa has the largest population of young people. So I urge every young person to take this serious and play their part so that they can be able to be innovative and be able to provide solutions in this time and age so that we have a better place to live in. Welcome to this virtual platform, and I hope you enjoy. You are most welcome. Thank you.
My name is Patrick Kavagi Amaheno, based as technologist at the Department of Horticulture and a research assistant based to the African indigenous vegetables. This is a project that was started long away in 1991 by Professor Mary Abukusa. We had a range of issues that had been raised by farmers, and this was after we disseminated questionnaires to farmers in the western part of this country. And what came out clearly was lack of clean planting materials, that is the seeds for selected African indigenous vegetables. And now we had to collect the seeds of all the African indigenous vegetables that were considered to be priority ones, and then came to do bulking from the university. And then now the same seeds were now sent back to the farmers for them now to start their enterprises. This has come up clearly because now the most farmers, through the community-based organizations and aggregation of farmers, have adapted now the commercial aspect of African indigenous vegetables, more so after embracing the innovation of how to dry the vegetables during that time where the production is high.
My name is Alfred Masaba Wanzala. I'm a research assistant in Africa Indigenous Vegetable. The project is all about ensuring that it provides quality seeds to farmers and also trains farmers at a different level to ensure that they produce quality indigenous vegetables. We do the training starting at the primary school level up to the old farmers or the farmers at the field. At the primary level, we engage pupils in 4K clubs to ensure that they know quality farming. At the lower level, we provide them with the quality seeds and also planting leaflets to guide them through the farming. At the farm level, we train farmers also on the spacing and management of indigenous vegetables at the farm, and we also provide the seeds to them. At the university level, when we are doing research, we engage university students both at undergraduate and postgraduate level in different research, and also provide them with planting materials, and we guide them throughout up to the harvesting and post-harvesting management. The project has managed to train over 10,000 farmers countrywide in different counties, and we keep contact with them to ensure that all their needs is well catered for when it comes to production and management of indigenous vegetables.
I'm Dr. Cecilia Mweo, a senior research fellow working at the Institute for Biotechnology Research, whereby in the institute we are doing research on animals, plants and microorganisms. And our main aim is to tap the genetic resource in these different organisms to improve their production so that we can help the farmers to have better yields and even plants which can withstand different harsh conditions like drought and so on. We do have the tissue culture technology, and the tissue culture technology, its main aim is to multiply in mass. Like we have the commercial banana production, whereby we are producing plantlets to farmers. These plantlets have a high figure. They can grow very fast. Within a year, they are ready for harvesting. And also, they are free from diseases, that is from bacterial and fungal. So we give them quality plantlets and in quantity. We also have the coconut, tissue culture coconut project. It's also aimed at producing in mass. We also have the passion fruits. We also have aloe vera. With the coconut, our coconut in cost is diminishing with time. We have some diseases which are clearing the coconut plantations in the coast. So we are also trying to produce coconut plantlets in mass for farmers in the coast region so that they can be able to have enough planting material and be able to continue with their production. When we come to other plants, we have another project on doom palm. Doom palm is a semi-arid plant. It belongs to the coconut family. What we are doing with this plant, we are trying not only to do the mass production, we are trying to screen for genes which can withstand drought and salinity. When we identify these genes, we will be in a position to introduce these genes in other crops like maize and the cereal crops, which are the main food crops for Kenya and also Africa. And then we'll be able to plant these crops in very saline conditions, and also they might need very little water for them to produce. So we are also looking for drought-tolerant varieties. We also have the organic farming. Farmers come here, we train them on how to make organic manure, organic biopesticide from the farm. Also, we have the mushroom program. The mushroom program is mainly set to produce spawns, seeds for mushroom. So when farmers come here, we take them through the process of mushroom farming until to the market stage. So how they can plant, how to set the house, because there are some conditions for the house where the mushroom should be grown. We train them on how to do that, and then how to grow from the starter, all that. And also we tell them the different challenges, like if you see this might be a big bacterial infection which is affecting your mushroom, you need to apply ABCD. And also we train them not only to prevent, but to control. But prevention is better than cure, so we insist on prevention.
Yeah, my name is Dr. Paul Kinoti. I'm a lecturer at the Department of Horticulture and Food Security at Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. I'm currently handling a project entitled Biosnail Project, which aims at trying to breed snails for economic purposes. Mainly, we are focusing on breeding from the start, where you collect the snail, you rear them until they are ready for reproduction, and then from there the cycle continue. Thereafter, we also venture into value addition, where we generate major products like snail cream, snail lotion, fertilizer, and animal feeds like poultry feed and pig feeds, and among others. Basically, this project was established to try and sensitize or educate farmers that snails are not just animals that are dust destructive, but they can be put into economic use.
From this?
Yes, Your Excellency.
There is a report about 180 million euros on cosmetic industry in Italy.
From this?
From the slime alone. I'm telling you, there is a lot of money.
What are you talking about?
Wonders. Snails are small or micro livestock, and because of the fact that they are not labor intensive, they are herbivorous, so they can feed on all types of vegetation. We have more than 500 species of plants or vegetables that can be consumed by the snails, and the space of the land being very small, meaning you can even do it in urban area, make the business very viable in terms of space, in terms of labor, and in terms of capital investment. We have also the extension where we also extend our knowledge, skills, and technical aspect to our farmers, either locally and even outside our borders. And we normally do our training here, having been granted that permission by the Kenya Wildlife Service, and we normally do it after every 3 months. So far we have done the first one. Because of the impact of COVID, we had to stop. We are scheduling to do another training next week from 25th to 27th. In terms of farmers' capacity, we have trained about 25, the first lot, and we are targeting 30 or even 40 next time, and even more. So there is an opportunity, and we are likely to impart this knowledge down to the farmers.
Years of research on insects. So insects is what I know. Sijui kitu ingine.
Unajua tu mambo ya wadudu.
Wadudu, different insects, crickets, termites, grasshoppers, locusts as food.
Yeah.
So watu wanapenda kuniita insect man.
Insect man. And it seems that you took a lot of interest in crickets.
Yes.
As far as comparing to other insects.
Yeah.
Why crickets?
Actually mwanzo si kuanza na crickets, nilianza na termites, kumbe. Hao wenye wana fly when it rains. Yeah. So that's I studied termites for my masters and my PhD.
Yes.
Where we harvested a lot of them from Western Kenya and fed children. We fed 550 children in Kakamega and Mumias for 1 year on kumbe, and then evaluated how their growth and development is happening as a result of kumbe. But then later, after I finished my PhD, I realized it's actually easier to study and farm crickets as compared to termites. Termites ni wagumu kidogo. Maana wale wako na queen ambaye is very intelligent.
You've gone that far.
Yeah.
Now, kabla tujaenda ndani sana, wacha tuzungumzie tu hawa chenene ama nyenje kwa Kiswahili wanavyojulikana sana ama crickets. Tunawajua sana hawa ni wadudu ambao mara nyingi wako kule kwenye field, the field insects. And that's what we know them for. Now, what is the origin of cricket rearing and how far when did the journey begin in Kenya?
In Kenya, the journey for cricket started around 2012. That's when we started getting interest that we can actually farm them. But kitambo, crickets were eaten. If you look at traditional knowledge among people in Western Kenya, among the Luos and the Luyas, crickets were one of the insects they were consuming, together with termites and ants and other insects. Yeah. So in terms of eating them, we didn't start in 2012 because they had been eaten before. But in terms of starting to develop farming technologies, we started around 2012. And like I mentioned, we started by harvesting them from the shambas. You listen, you hear one making noise, you pick it, hear another one making noise, you pick it, bring them together, and then they start a colony, start a family. And so we have built it over years. We started by using rudimentary things, farming them in buckets and karais, yeah. But now you can see we have facilities, we have farming models that we can actually do commercial farming. We have now moved from that small rudimentary way of farming to commercial ventures, where I can say I'm investing my hundreds of thousands to get money at the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, because we are not looking at just household consumption. No. We're actually looking at industrial level consumption, where I can sell my 500 kilos of crickets to an industry, to Unga Limited, to make flour, or to an animal feed manufacturer to make animal feed. Okay.
My name is Wawer Mwangi. I'm an associate professor in the Department of Computing, in the School of Computing and Information Technology. Now we have a project on creating a maize information repository. We call it MFIR, Maize Farming Information Repository, which aims at creating a knowledge base of all information related to maize. So we started this some time back. We discussed with several stakeholders and even other institutions, actually, like iHub and many others here in Kenya. And then we conceptualized the idea, and we were supported by the JKUAT Division of Research, Production and Extension. And we have also been supported by now currently the Africa AI Japan project. So basically what the project does is that it looks at categories of information related to the entire cycle of farming, from land preparation, seeds, the selection, and then planting, going all the way up to weeding and harvesting. And then it creates a database and looks at what farmers are likely to worry about, and then puts that information, for example, variety, for example. If you are in a certain zone, if you are in Eldoret, what kind of maybe maize should you plant at the lower side or the upper side? So we put all that kind of information in a database, and then we create several modules. One of the modules is an SMS-based module. So through a company called Africa Stocking, which gives that service, we have been able to get a short code 20880, through which somebody or farmers can query our database, and then they get answers on, for example, varieties, things to do with pests, things to do with those planting, and many other.
My name is Dr. Wira Michael. I'm the General Manager for the Food Technology Center, FOTEC, and the FOTEC was established by the university in the year 2007 with the mandate to provide training for small and medium enterprises, and also to provide uptake of technologies that arise from the student practicals, student thesis, and student projects. The Food Technology Center has been working very hard to generate products for the university community and for the larger market. Some of the products include yogurt, which we have generated here in our workshop with different flavors, tomato ketchup products, juices, cordial concentrates, which can be found in our university community and also which you can find in the market out there. Our biggest driver now is training programs and training activities, and in this we are putting a lot of emphasis on safety, food safety, which has become a big problem in Kenya, and we are doing a lot of food safety training, generating the gap between what the SMEs are producing versus what Kenya Bureau of Standards requires. And in that regard, the FOTEC Center is able to incubate these businesses so that they can narrow that gap and they can have their products accepted at the Kenya Bureau of Standards. At also FOTEC, we do training of SMEs to improve on value addition so that they can reduce post-harvest losses of their products. This is mainly targeted for SMEs in counties and also SMEs that operate around the university community. Right now, we are taking advantage of the different MOUs that the university has signed with county governments from Kiambu to Vihiga, and these MOUs enable us to work with the SMEs in those counties. We don't have a predefined solution to these SMEs. We go in, we listen to what the problems they have. We have the technical expertise. FOTEC is very unique because we are able to tap into the expertise of the universities, the researchers, the students, the professors, the technologists, the technicians, and offer solutions to the SMEs at the county level and also around the university community. We also have an open door policy where any SME can come in with their problem, present it to the FOTEC Center, and we sit down, we brainstorm, and we generate a solution for the SMEs. We are also an income generating unit for the university where we sell these products, and by selling these products, we generate some income that is able to be absorbed by the university as extra revenue. Above all, we are also able to incubate technologies. Our university students are always doing projects, they are doing theses, and some of the projects, they generate technologies, they generate new products. When we notice a new product that a student has generated in their project or thesis, we take it up as FOTEC and try to commercialize that new product or that new technology. This way, we are able to move the product or the technology from the university out there into the community and into the SMEs for better uptake. Most of these technologies, we exhibit them during exhibitions and shows where people can come and have a look. And when they get interested in a student's technology, then that gives us a leeway to be able to follow up on the SMEs and provide them with the necessary technology for their processes. Last but not least, we also develop processes and equipment and machines, which we also share with the different SMEs. From extraction, use extraction machines, to sieving, grading, and so on. All these technologies we are also able to share with the SMEs for the uptake. Thank you.
Hello everybody, I'm Dr. Okoth Evelyn. I'm a lecturer and a researcher in Food Science Department. And today we are showing you value addition of fruits in our department. We have two sections. We have a production unit and we have the research. I'll start with two of our research we are currently doing. We are adding value to a wild fruit called cactus, and out of it we have several products. We make the pulp out of it, and out of this one we can make our juice. We can also make some wine out of it. We can also make some jam out of it. And so we are working with the farmers from the dry areas, the Laikipia, the northeastern place, because the fruit grows widely and versatilely there. Secondly, we have another wild fruit, which is called gooseberry, also growing in most regions of the country, Central, Rift Valley, and also northeastern and eastern. So out of it also, we are adding value to several products. We have the juice out of it, as you can see, a pretty healthy product. We can have both the ready to drink and concentrate. We can also have jam out of it, and we can also make very good wine out of it. Okay? And so in our production or in our innovation, we are working with the farmers in these regions to make sure that all is not lost, because these fruits are growing widely in the bush, yet they can make gold out of it. And our aim is to make sure that we work with community and add value to their lives, make cottage industries out of them, and make a livelihood out of it. Thank you very much for today.
Welcome.
I'm Professor Bernard Ikua. I'm the research chair holder for university's research chair on manufacturing, the only research chair on manufacturing in Kenya. I am also the Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of administration at JKUAT. I'll talk about the manufacturing research chair that we are having in JKUAT, which is a running project focusing on the coconut value chain. We are carrying out research in various areas of coconut. The various areas include the food products, food and beverages. We also have cosmetics and beauty products. We have energy value chain also. We also have machineries and tooling. And we also have biomass, fabrics, and textile. All these are streams within the manufacturing research chair, and we are trying to improve the livelihoods of the farmers and small-scale enterprises in the coast region who are dealing with the coconut crop. What we are focusing on mainly is adding value and also constructing machineries to help them in processing of the coconut. So we are also doing some training, quite a bit of training in the area of standardization, quality, packaging, and so on for players, mainly small and micro enterprises in the coconut value chain. And we are doing this mainly in three counties, that is Mombasa, Kwale, and Kilifi County in the coast region. That's what we are doing. The output that we are having, also training at master's level. So far, we have been able to develop a lot of equipment for value addition of coconut. Some of the equipment include stirrers, including mixers for cosmetics and beauty products, which we are also piloting in the Kwale County. We have also made equipment for mechanization of the husking of the coconut fruit, and that has been taken very well by the farmers in the coast region. This we have also disseminated in the coast region, and they are continuing utilizing them. We have also developed a decorticator, which we are now running and refining, and this is going to be very, very helpful for textile processing and for cocoa peat production. Cocoa peat is very, very important in agriculture, especially for horticulture use. So, and it's a good byproduct of the husks of the coconut, and we're actually producing. Out of it also, when we produce, we bring out the cocoa peat also as a byproduct. It's a byproduct to fibers that are also taken out of the husks. We are producing the fibers also, and we are helping to produce fibers so that they can also be used to make other products such as doormats, ropes, and so on. And the other thing is, the other product is the briquetting for energy, briquetting equipment. We realize that coconut shells also, they are a very important source of energy for use by small scale in households for energy. So this we are making briquettes, and we have also disseminated briquetting machines for use by SMEs in the coast region. All this we have actually done. We have also, I think I mentioned earlier, we have trained quite a number of players, small-scale players, about 100 of them so far, and we are still going to train many more. And these technologies that we are disseminating also have been received very well. They have helped to improve the livelihoods. They have helped to improve the productivity and ensure quality and consistency in the products that they are making. And we are receiving very good reports about it as JKUAT, and we are very proud of it. Now, this manufacturing research chair is actually supported by the National Commission for Science, Technology and Innovation, that is NACOSTI, and also with our partner IDRC, that's the Canadian Development Research Corporation. So this is a collaborative research. We also within JKUAT, within Kenya, we are also collaborating with a number of institutions including the Nuts and Arrow Crop Directorate, which is under AFA. We are also collaborating with Moi University, who are very strong in textiles. We are collaborating with also with Multimedia University, but most of the players are within JKUAT. So we are working together. We are multidisciplinary, as I mentioned. We have chemistry, we have food products also. Sorry, I didn't mention that. We are also looking at the food value chain for the coconut products. We are looking at the oil, that is virgin, VCO, virgin coconut oil. We are analyzing and also looking at different mechanisms for production of the oil to ensure that it is oil that is fit for consumption. We are also looking at the fatty acids and many other things.
My name is Joyce Chepngeno, a PhD candidate on the Baobab project. And this is a project funded by the German Federal Ministry of Agriculture and in partnership with several other universities in Africa. In Kenya, it is here in Jomo Kenyatta University, as well as Pwani University. In this project, we are looking at the diversity and nutritional profile of this baobab fruit, and because it grows in the arid and semi-arid regions where we often have cases of hunger and malnutrition in these regions. And that is why we went for baobab that can supplement the incomes of these communities. So we get these fruits from the baobab trees across the region. That is mostly in Kitui and Kilifi counties, but it also grows in other arid areas, only that our study has been focused on the 2 counties. When we get the fruits from the trees, we crack them and we get this powder, which we've done a little profiling, and we found that it is very rich in vitamin C and other antioxidants, and that means it confers health benefits to the consumers. Also in this project, we looked at improving the trees or propagating baobab so that we have trees that can get fruits or yield fruits within a short period of time, and that has been worked on by the horticulture team. We are also looking at the value chain for baobab and looking at it in terms of economies. How much are we able to trade within our country? What products are we developing from baobab to actually market and probably get a chance to do export for them? So we currently have students working on aggregation chain of baobab, and the project is actually funding a demonstration site where we can have farmers or people producing these trees aggregating the fruits, and then cracking them using the approved or the food safe procedures to extract the powder, and then we can trade in them. Also, safety of the products is currently being looked at because of the handling protocols that go into it, and we are having positive results on developing critical control points to have a product that is safe and shelf stable. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Alex Maina. I am the project coordinator of HOSA, Horticulture Students Association. And my role in HOSA is I coordinate projects, I manage projects, and I see for the best project that we can do as HOSA. So we try to find out the gap in the agriculture markets in HOSA, and then we find projects that can be able to fill up that gap so that we can be able to meet the needs of farmers. Yeah. So Horticulture Students Association, this is an organization of students who have come together to be able to enrich themselves with skills in the horticulture sector. Like we try to do practicals, more that are not offered in the course, whereby we deal with the plants from propagation, seedlings, to the management, growing, production, and even fruiting. And we try to identify the key things that farmers need to identify when they're growing up. We also try to venture out into businesses, including a propagation unit and urban gardening, where we try to give people the chance to grow their own food in their own balconies, in their own small spaces, and we try to enrich vertical farming. Yeah.
What is this business venture?
The business is, okay, so in the seedling propagation unit, we try and, most people don't get certified seedlings, like seedlings which are not yet, they're not assorted. So we try to fill that gap, and we produce very healthy seedlings, well nurtured and well fed, and we sell to farmers so that they can plant them in their farms. And in the vertical gardening or the urban gardens, we try to build systems like capillary wicks, hydroponics. These are systems that are easily set up, and they can be set up in a very small space. So we set them up in farmers, in homes, in rooftops, in balconies, where they can feed the family. And the clients are happy with us. They're happy with the work that we're doing. They're able to produce vegetables that are not even sprayed, that they know where they're coming from. They know what they're producing, they know what they're eating. They don't like buying things from the market. So they are glad that you have ventured into this business and you are helping them as well as helping us. Yeah. So JKUAT has given us a platform. It has given us this association. It has really helped us to reach more people, and we get many calls through JKUAT. Yeah, because we are recognized as an institution of higher learning, and what we do here is actually higher than what a normal farmer would do.
My name is Pramila Nekesa Mwibanda, former member of Horticulture Students Association, HOSA, which is a horticulturalist club founded inside JKUAT, Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. Currently, I am a partner at Urban Smart Gardeners, HOSA, which is a company that was started with my colleague, Joash Njani. And our main aim was to at least tackle the issue of food security, whereby we realized that most people in the urban centers don't really have access to clean, fresh, accessible foods. Therefore, they used to come to us and maybe see some few setups which we had set up and were interested in having them refurbished at their place. So we decided to at least approach one of the members who were interested, and they wanted at least a garden. So we went and did the first setup, which was around late 2019. That was our first venture. But as the corona came by earlier this year, 2020, we got more people needing the gardens. Therefore, we've expanded and at least have done several vertical gardens for people mostly in Nairobi, the outskirts of Nairobi. So during the corona period, most people couldn't really go to the markets because they were closed, or maybe they were scared because they were exposed to the COVID virus. Therefore, they will seek to gain kitchen gardens in their own backyard so that they can get their food direct from the source. Also, another reason why people are venturing more into the gardens is because they really had more time. So they realized rather than spending their time just sitting around, maybe watching movies and all that, they decided maybe why can I start a garden and do the management of the gardens. And for us, the youth, we realized that we have idle time because the schools were closed and we couldn't really go to class anymore. So it was a way of the students being able to earn something instead of just sitting around at home and at least learn a new skill and also have an impact to the society by feeding them and also playing a role in ensuring food security is solved in the country, Kenya. Also, through this venture, at least the university gave us a platform at least to be exposed to some tools and knowledge, and we were able to at least gain these skills, and now we are able to go outside there and start this business as our own. It's still very young, but we believe that with time we are going to have an impact in the society and build as many gardens as possible in Kenya and also handle the management, because we do the setup, we do the management, and even we do the repairs if necessary.